statement for Psychi is recognizing and promoting excellence in the science and application of psychology. And our purpose statement is the following. Psychi is an international honor society whose purpose shall be to encourage, stimulate, and maintain excellence in scholarship of the individual members in all fields, particularly in psychology, and to advance the science of psychology.
Thank you. Next, our College of Natural Sciences representative, Claudia Tao, will read the diversity and inclusion statement.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm Claudia. So I'm talking about the diversity and inclusion statement of Psychi. So Psychi is an international organization of professionals, scientists, faculty, students, and alumni whose mission is to recognize and promote excellence in the science and application of psychology. Psychi is committed to diversity and inclusion in all of its forms through research, clinical, community, and the professional applications, education, mentorship, and organizational leadership. As scholars and practitioners in the field of psychology, we recognize the rich and the nuanced factors that contribute to the expression of prejudice, including social, community, familial, and the psychological process. Findings from psychological science and related fields document the numerous negative consequences to the mental health and the well-being of individuals and communities from exposure to discrimination, whether temporal or chronic. As an organization, we work to address all forms of hate and oppression, including racial, ethnic, and gender inequality, refuge and immigrant bias, religious prejudice, sexual harassment, and sexual violence. Social class marginalization, biases related to sexual orientation and gender identity, age, physical and other disabilities, among many others. We believe that our mission can be fulfilled only by supporting and encouraging people of varied racial, ethnic, gender identity, sexual orientation, and social class backgrounds to both practice in conducting psychological research, education, practice, training, and service, and to recognize and value diverse people with those contexts. The scope of our organizational relevance is only as broad as the diversity of our membership and their scholarly pursuits.
Thank you, Claudia. Next, our Psychology Student Alliance President, Emily Potter, is going to take us through a brief history of Psychi.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily, and we're going to talk a bit about the history of Psychi. So in 1927, Psychi began as an idea between graduate students at the University of Kansas, Edwin Newman and Frederick H. Lewis. By 1929, 11 chapters had joined, and then in 1930, the name Psychi was adopted. In 1965, Psychi officially became an honor society, and then in 2009, it went from a national honor society to an international honor society, and Psychi also inducted its 600,000th member. And then 2019, they had their 90th anniversary. Now, Psychi includes 1,150 four-year universities in 18 countries and U.S. territories. Now, our Psychi and PSA Treasurer and Fundraising Chair, Sydney, is going to talk a bit about the benefits of joining Psychi.
Hello everyone, I'm Sydney, and there are many benefits to joining Psychi, and some that are listed here are one-time joining fee for a lifetime of membership, recognition of academic excellence, and you can put that on your resumes, vitas, and applications, and you also have access to lifetime benefits, which include more than $400,000 in awards, grants, and scholarships, career center for relevant jobs, and online resources. And there's a bunch of opportunities like networking, publishing, mentoring, and research opportunities that you get as a benefit.
Thank you, Sydney. Sophia, will you please explain our past events?
Yeah, so this was last semester. We hosted a psychological thriller night. We've also done a lot of partnerships with mugs for grad school related things. We've done Cans Around the Oval, and we've also participated in fall cleanup. And then on top of that, we've had a variety of guest speakers. So last semester, we were able to fly out Dr. Kay Anders Erickson, Dr. Elizabeth Sather came and talked, and we also had our former PsyChi president, Sam Swain, speak as well. So now I'm going to hand it over to Claudia, and she's going to detail what our chapter has done this semester, as well as upcoming events.
Cool. Yeah, so this semester is really different. So we do a lot of like online events. So we did the psychological trivia night, and we also like partner with mugs with like a graduate student panel. And we also do the cans around the oval because this is kind of a tradition for CSU. And we donated over 300 meals. Good job to everyone. And also we have the psychological thriller night. And then we also have a guest speaker, Professor Juliet. And we also like partner with Max about like personal STEM workshop for the people who want to apply grad school. In our upcoming events, so we got another guest speaker, Dr. Michelle Ferris. Like she's like a PsyD. So in Thursday, like December 3rd at like 11 a.m. on Zoom, I think then will send us the link to the meeting, whatever. So the officer election in spring 2021. So this is really good opportunity for people to involve with psych or even psych department or maybe like something around the college. And we have another guest speaker, and this is our very, very important guest speaker, Dr. Temple Grandin. So she will be there in spring 2021, so never miss it. And we have much more to coming out, so keep contact.
Definitely. Thank you, Claudia. To go off of what Claudia just said, Dr. Ferris will be talking about resilience and courage, and we thought that having her come talk for PsyChi in a time of COVID, talking about resilience and courage is really important. I do want to say we will have officer elections in the spring semester. However, one of our own, Sophia Boyer, she's graduating this semester, and unfortunately we will be losing her, and that position will be opening up. So if you are interested in running for an officer position for PsyChi and you'd like to be the PsyChi vice president, please reach out to us and let us know. If you are interested, we would love to have you apply and participate in a brief election week, the first week of December. Additionally, if you'd like to stay up to date with us, please consider following us on our social media accounts. You can also check our website as well as send us an email. So I'm going to give you all a minute to take a picture of this slide if you'd like to. You'll find our Instagram, Twitter. That's where we are the most active on there. And like I said, we try to keep our website as up to date as well. I'll leave that up for another minute. All right. Some reminders of the ceremony tonight before we get started. You're more than welcome to keep yourself muted throughout the ceremony. With that being said, inductees, there will be a few times throughout the ceremony where you are asked to respond. In those instances, please unmute yourself and respond with either I do or I will whenever instructed. Guests, please hold your applause until the very end of the candlelight ceremony when all names have been called. We appreciate that. Right. Let's go ahead and get started. Members of PsyChi, your purpose in meeting here is to induct into PsyChi, the International Honor Society in Psychology, 26 members who are earnest students in the field of psychology. Secretary, have these persons met the qualifications for membership in this society?
Yes, they have.
Thank you. You are about to be inducted into an organization that is international in scope, international in interests, and international in opportunities. Active members may hold office, vote on issues of societal importance to PsyChi, as well as attend regional and society annual psychology conventions. By your presence, you have indicated a desire to be instructed in the purposes and ideals of Psychi. If upon hearing these instructions you still desire to join our fellowship, you will affirm your acceptance of these responsibilities of your membership and sign the Colorado State University Psychi chapter roll. Madam Vice President, will you please instruct the candidates?
Before assuming membership in Psychi, we invite you to know the history and mission of the organization, its standards, and ideals. The mission of Psychi is recognizing and promoting excellence in the science and application of psychology. These aims are admirably summarized in the two Greek words psyche and kairos. Psyche may suggest mind. Psyche may also suggest scholarship and enrichment of the mind. That this purpose shall be fulfilled, we have chosen as members those whose academic records are outstanding. If you are true to this ideal, you will strive to bring credit to Psychi in your academic work. Yet, scholarship means more than the attainment of an honorable record. It demands that you not be content with merely adequate performance of the tasks required of you, but that you strive for real mastery of the subject to which you are devoting your mind. The test of this is within yourself. Be satisfied only with work well done, and finally, remember that true scholarship requires integrity.
Chi Race, meaning hand, stands for fellowship and research. Herein lies the real test of your interest in this field. The word has its origin in fruitful fellowship in the culmination of careful scholarship. It does not require expensive apparatus and elaborate techniques, although these are sometimes of value, but rather it demands observation, logical thinking, and critical yet tolerant open-mindedness. If you follow these standards wherever you are and whatever your position, you will contribute your share to human progress. Our motto, Psyche Chi Race, may be expressed in these words: cooperation in the investigation and cultivation of the mind.
Many years ago, Plato told the following story to his students. You, as mortals, come into this world barren of knowledge and innocent of all truth. Of reality you know nothing. Like prisoners in a dark and cavernous chamber, arms shackled and weights about their necks, permitting them to see only the wall in front of them, you are chained in the dungeon of ignorance. People walk behind the prisoners, carrying them with statues of men and images of animals, wrought in wood and stone, but they see them not. Only the shadows of these images fall within their ken. The people speak. Their voices the prisoners impute to the shadows. In this course of nature, the prisoners are released from their fetters. For the first time, they move, stand erect, turn, and face the light. A new world confronts them. The newness of the vision blinds them. Unseen people are still passing by, carrying with them the statues of men and images of animals. With pain and difficulty, the prisoners discern these statues as the source of the shadows. The people speak again. Their voices the prisoners now impute to the statues. The prisoners are now dragged into the open light. Their vision slowly becomes clear. Instead of phantoms and shadows, in place of statues and models, they perceive the real. People and objects are distinguished from their images and shadows. Their adaptation continues and they see ever more clearly until in the distance they discern the source of the light. Now they may understand what has given rise to their vision. Bewilderment is the lot of us all. Often we perceive only models of the truth, but we must go yet farther and find the very source of things with which we are dealing. We strive to free ourselves from the shackles of imperfect knowledge and attempt to come closer to a clear understanding of human thought and activity. Psychi invites you to share these strivings with those whom share your interests.
As future psychologists, you should acquire an attitude of tolerance towards those whose opinions or behavior differ from your own. One of the most fundamental teachings of psychology is the fact that individuals differ. This means that they have varying interests and motives, and that they strive for different goals. You may look upon your science as a developing effort to understand human nature. As you grow in perspective, you will become more dissatisfied with the incompleteness of your science. This will be an indication of maturity. With respect to your association with the local chapter of Psychi, the members have the right to expect you to attend all meetings except when absence is unavoidable, participate in programs when invited, further the cause of psychology on campus, and adopt the role of loyal alumni in the years ahead. You have heard the aims and ideals of Psych-Chi. This part's going to be interesting. Do you, as students in the field of psychology, accept its standards and purposes as your own? If so, say I do. You can just quickly unmute yourselves.
I do.
I
I
do.
do.
I do.
Awesome, thank you. Mr. President, I recommend these candidates to you because I believe they possess a vital interest in the science of psychology and show promise by their academic records and by the pledges just made.
You've signified your acceptance of the conditions of membership offered to you. Will you, to the best of your ability, elevate and advance the science of psychology, add to its share of knowledge, and assist in its search for truth? If so, please unmute yourselves and say, I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
You will then type your name into the Zoom chat. This will be considered signing the chapter roll. You will do this as the chapter advisor reads your name. Your signature will be evidence of your pledge.
Alyssa Bannister. Autumn Sorrentino. Belle Hausman. Sienna Burrows. Cindy Trin. Crystal Boyer. Emma Bowen. Isabella Rubio. Jacob Selby.
Jaden Kankel. Jennifer Fuentes. Jonathan Eilerman. Kirsten Fritzler. Leora Green. Mackenzie Turner. Margarita Piskanova. Marley Weiser. Noah Healy. Paige Martin.
Ricky Dorfler.
Rita Livitz. Robin Tenney. Sarah Beilman. Sarah Kent. Sierra Snyder. Smriti Maske. Tyner Mahoney. Wendy Williams.
Honor is the reward of merit.
Because of your merit, you have earned the reward of honor. May this candle light your pathway as you seek your goal of academic excellence. Congratulations and welcome to Saikai.
I have the candle here that I forgot to light. So may this candle right here light your pathway. Thank you all. All right. I would also like to take another moment to congratulate the additional new members of Saikai who were not able to make it to inductions this evening. So please go ahead and give a round of applause for these students.
Yeah, quite a few.
All right. We welcome you to Saikai's Fellowship of Common Interest, Mutual Assistance, and High Endeavor. I welcome you all to Saikai. Before you go, I would also like to take a moment to recognize and thank our chapter advisors one last time. So please give a round of applause to the three of them, Dr. Carla Gingrich, Dr. Kate Hebert, and Sam Sickbert.
You moved it, you see Dave.
Good job.
Thank you all for being here. If you're interested in getting a printed copy of your certificate, please order it through the Saikai National website. I want to thank you again for attending this evening. It was great to have you join us. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Take care, stay healthy, and congratulations. Thank you all for being here. If you have any questions, we are going, the officers, advisors, and I will stay after. So you can hang around and ask us a question if you would like to. You're welcome. I see the chat. You're welcome. I'm so happy you all could make it this evening. Have a great rest of your night. Jaden, I see your question in the chat. If you are interested in applying for the VP position, we recommend that you email the Saikai email, or you could email myself if you would like to. I know you have my email at least. So if you would like to, email me, we will be having a member meeting on Monday, November 30th at 10 a.m. And that is when I essentially and ideally would have you come and give your little talk about why you want to be Psych-Hi VP. The position, and Sophia can actually detail her position more if she would like to, but the VP position does a lot of social media aspect as well as newsletter stuff. So Sophia, if you want to maybe go into detail more about what your position looks like to give Jaden a better idea, feel free.
Yeah, so I think like a major thing of Psych-Hi in general is just like a major role, I should say, is just being ready to take on any role that might come up. So I would say that's like a big thing, especially when it was in person, just everyone would have tasks delegated to them. So that's a major thing. And then like Zane said, I'm in charge of the Twitter and the Instagram. I don't know what else I should add, Zane. Oh, and like Zane said too, I write the newsletters for the upcoming events. So we do that every month. And yeah, the website too, a little bit as well.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. Sophia is in charge of updating the website as well. So, yeah. So if you want to just email me a paragraph or so about why you think you're, well, first, why you want to be Psych-Hi VP, and then why you think you're a great candidate. And if you're not able to make that meeting, like I said, Monday, November 30th at 10 a.m., if you're not able to make that meeting, perhaps you could either do a recording of that, or you could just send a picture if you prefer. And then what voting will look like is we'll start voting on Monday the 30th and we'll end it on December 4th. So you should know, Emily and I talked about, going through and making sure it's just members voting. So that'll be a process. So you should know by that following Monday at the latest, I would say. That's kind of what that looks like. Do you have any more questions? Yeah, you're welcome. Of course. We're excited that you're interested, and I will definitely look forward to your application for Psych-Hi VP. That's awesome, and we're excited that you're interested. See ya.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Good job, guys.
Very nice.
That was great.
Seeing everyone's families was
Yeah.
so sweet. Like
That was
trying to
great.
figure out how Zoom works. Like I was trying so hard not to laugh. Like so cute.
I know, I realized at the very end that little cute old couple's microphone was on, and I was like, I'm not mad, they're cute.
There was like one woman like on Zoom like this. So funny.
I didn't see that.